Well, the sun's out today, which means only one thing is a priority, which is get these guys out on the grass. Alright, have you seen all the lambs? Look, they're all playing in there now.
Oh yeah, one of those there.
They're all learning to be friends. See all the numbers on them?
Yeah.
So you can match them. So when you look out of the window later, when we put them out in the grass, you'll know who's who. See these three here? They're all sisters. 3 sisters!
Whoa.
Like you. That's
Is that
Eden,
all
Faith and
3?
Rosa.
Is that... Oh.
And then this one was the poorly one last night. And now she's standing up, so I need to help her have her breakfast. So this poorly miracle baby, she kind of wants to feed, but she's not. So I'm going to try and milk the ewe, bottle it, put some rehydration gel in there, or rehydrate, whatever it's called, and then see if she'll take a bottle. If she doesn't take the bottle, then we'll have to tube her again. Well, no wonder they're not doing well. There's no milk there. Where's number 1? She's feisty. She's a real bully towards the other lambs that aren't hers. Number 6. So it's that big girl over there. Not sure I'm taking the camera in there, it'll get barged off. Well, she's not producing as much as she was on day 1, but it's still enough. Little girl. You got a webcam on me or something? Hi. You call me literally every time I'm in the middle of tubing a baby. Alright, no, it's alright, I just got milk. I just up. We've now got an H shape. Which probably means they're all going to get lost from each other. The little miracle lambs down here. I've made her pen bigger. I'm going to clean all that out as well, give her fresh everything. The one that doesn't like her kids, or one of them at least, she's got to stay penned. Need to secure that up a bit. And then hopefully everyone's going to learn where they're meant to be. Alright. I was just about to think about putting them out in the grass, but we're expecting to have a really heavy downpour, and that's in like 2 hours time. So I think tomorrow is meant to be a really nice day, all day long. Let's give them a big pen to bond as a group, and then turn the whole lot out tomorrow in some cinematic masterpiece. I'm not sure if you can make out in there, but that is actually her underneath feeding. And she's wagging her tail, which means she should be getting something. We'll check her. But sadly, it wasn't all good news. The one at the far end, I think it's the girl who had triplets, who now has mastitis, lost a lamb overnight. It was always a little bit weepy-eyed. Well, not too much, but it had a weepy eye, had a bit of watery mouth, and while I did try and do the same sort of things to it, it was just dead overnight. So that was a bit of a shock to come to, but apart from that, everyone else is good. Right, Joe and I have been through and done all the ear tags with only one mistake. Well, every sheep has to have a yellow tag, and we've done it on the goats as well. That's a chip in there, so that's compulsory across all sheep in the country. And then all our girls, we've done a pink. So you can double tag the boys, but as long as you're not keeping them forever, then you don't need to. So it's just easier for observation to have 2 in the girls and 1 in the boys. So Joe's written down the ewe number, the number of lambs, sex of the lambs, and the numbers we've issued to the lambs. And I think that's it. So we've got all that written down. We can put it into something on the computer later. So I did this little chap's tail before we left. But I couldn't do his balls because his balls weren't there. Still not there. Where are they, mate? One. Now this bit has to be done within the first week of their life. So number 2. Come in, number 2. I'm so going to get my camera knocked off. This guy is massive. And something tells me that he may be fathered by next door's ram. Let's see. Now this is probably one of the downsides, because you feel really mean. But once you've done it, they soon run off and you wouldn't even know. But he's done now, tail and balls. No, he hasn't done his tails yet. We're going to go there. Well, it's been pretty painless, for me at least. That's going to cover nicely. You might think this is a bit mean, and admittedly it's not the nicest thing to happen in the first week of your life, but the benefit is they can stay as part of the flock, which means they can go all over the farm and we can strip graze everything together. They're not going to be in a smaller field, or we don't have to, from a management perspective it's easier. These guys are always going to be in the best spot of the farm because they'll be with the ewe lambs. I know. Today is the day the girls are going to help. We're going to try and get these girls out, mainly girls. Well, there's a few boys in there. So we're going to just try and do it as one crazy, chaotic group. Hopefully once the lambs start going, the mums will go and then it'll just be a noisy chorus. We don't want to let these girls out, those 4. To spread out a bit, guys. Well, as I finish up this video and wrap up this sort of chapter of the farming year, I thought I'd give you a bit of a summary on the numbers, because I've just been going through. We haven't done any of the registering or the actual official numbers yet, but I've got all of my notes here and I can let you know the total number of lambs, how many we lost, and how many boys and girls. So in total we had 19 ewes lamb. We had 21 that we thought were going to be lambing. 1 went scanned empty and 1 was just nothing came. So I don't know if it reabsorbed one or aborted, but either way we had 19. Right, next statistic is number of lambs. We would have ended up with 35 or 36 even. We lost 4 I think in total. So we're down to 31 lambs. So most of those, as you will have seen in the videos, they were lost to watery mouth type issues indoors. Immunity level was perhaps a little bit lower in the clins because they were all clins, but either way we ended up with 31 healthy lambs that were all outside in the field. Now the next stat, which is pretty good one, is the number of ewe lambs, which, let's just talk about the live lambs that we've got. 31. I think I'm right in saying we only have 7 wethers, 7 boy lambs out of all of that. So nearly over 2/3 were ewe lambs, and that means that at this point we're in a much stronger position because we're trying to selectively pick which ones we want to grow our flock with, and for this first year or two, that is what we want. So that couldn't really have been any better. That's perfect. And I never did get round to castrating that number 1 boy, so he's been left intact. So I will need to remember that, and then he can move in with the rams or some of the wethers up into the top paddock. It's been an exhausting first lambing season, and we've learnt lots along the way. There's so much to improve upon, but either way, it was a hard graft, and I think we did an okay job. I hope you enjoyed tagging along with that. We are learning fast when it comes to the sheep, and they are proving to be hard work. Nothing comes without a bit of pain along the way, and unfortunately lambing is one of those things where it's just hard graft. You just got to knuckle down and get through it. We're through it now, and we can enjoy kind of looking out at the fields and seeing everyone happy out there. Although I did just spend this morning dagging and worming and cursing sheep. There is going to be some fencing on the way shortly. We've got all the lambs out, as you've seen, but the week after that, or actually 2 days after that, the guys turned up and started the fencing. So this weekend we'll be sharing the first install of our fencing videos, and they're always fun to watch because a lot happens in a short amount of time when you get people in who know what they're doing. But I'm going to leave it there. Take care, folks, and we'll see you next time.